Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name is Kate. Today I have just kind of a video going over what's been happening, where have I been, my return back to BookTube. I think from what you can see behind me, I moved. So that's been a big part of why I haven't recorded any videos in a very long time. I've just been in the middle of moving into this house. And yeah, I moved out of my parents' house finally. And now I have my own place. And I haven't really figured out where I want to film videos, like my main filming space. But I thought I'd start here because I have this white shelf that's right beside me here that I think I'm going to put books that are like my priority, like books I really want to get to. I think that maybe I also had I don't know, my favorites, but I haven't. I want to buy more, get few more shelves, because I'm like double stacked. There's this bookshelf back here, and then there's the two black bookshelves that I've had before, that y'all have seen before, and then there's this white bookshelf that you've never seen before, but it's not new. It's been in my old room that I was filming in. So now I'm just on my own and living in this big old house, and I want to, so I have 3 bedrooms. One of them's going to be my office, and then obviously I have my bedroom. And then one of them is going to be my guest bedroom / I want to put a couple of bookshelves in there. One's like that bookshelf right there. Big, tall bookshelves. And that can be like my library, and then bookshelves up here can be like books I've read, like my favorite books, like the prettiest of them all books. Yeah, so that's kind of, and trinkets. I don't have room on my shelves for trinkets, and I have stuff that I want to showcase, and not just like bookish stuff, but hockey stuff. I have some really cool hockey things, Minnesota Wild, hockey related things, that I want to display. So, and all of my shelves are books, and I need more shelves. I know there is another bookshelf in my den. It's like this one, so I'm gonna have to get my brother to come help with that if I do decide that I want to bring that up, because I'm not going to be able to move that by myself. For sure not. Or that's going to be my library. I haven't really figured it out. So, I do have a book haul, which is why I kind of been looking over here. I have a book haul as well, because I got gift cards for Christmas to Barnes & Noble. And I went to Barnes & Noble today and was like, I'm going to spend these bookmarks, these gift cards. So I have 5 books. I think I have 5. Yes, I did buy 5. Okay. So I guess since we were on the topic of hockey, I would just want to point out I bought Game Changer. This is book 1 of the Heated Rivalry series, which I have not read, or I have not seen, but I want to see. I just want to read the books first. And I know this is not following Shane and Elia. This is, I don't even know, who's this following? Scott and Kep. Okay. Well, I look forward to this series because I've heard nothing but good things, and I do want to watch the show. And yeah, I look forward to this. I think everybody knows I don't know what this is about, per se. I guess we'll see. Let's read what it says. I don't even know what this series is about, other than it's male hockey romance. New York Admirals captain Scott Hunter takes his pregame hit series rituals very seriously, as most hockey players, if you know, you know. When a particular smoothie recedes Scott's breaking his on-ice slump, he's desperate to recreate the magic and to get to know the sexy, funny guy behind the counter. So it's not two hockey players, it's a barista and a hockey player. Gotcha. Kip Grady knew there was more to Scott's frequent visits than blended fruit, but he never let himself imagine being invited back to Scott's penthouse or kissed with reckless abandon and more. What goes on between them is hot, incredible, and frequent, but also only on Scott's terms and always behind those closed apartment doors. Scott needs Kip in his life, but with playoff season approaching, the spotlight on him is suddenly brighter than ever. He can't afford to do anything that might derail his career or the public's image of what a hockey captain should be. Kip is ready to go all in with Scott, but how much longer will he have to remain a secret? So, I look forward to starting this series and reading Heated Rivalry, which I know everybody's been raving about. So, I look forward to that. And then, I was watching somebody talk about the differences of World War Z, the book versus the movie. And the books, and they were like, the movie and book are two separate things. So I bought World War Z because it sounded, from how she described it, fascinating. That and I Am Legend, which I didn't see, but I may end up buying I Am Legend too. It says, we survived the zombie apocalypse, but how many of us are still haunted by the terrible time? We have temporarily defeated the living dead, but at what cost? Told in the haunting, riveting voices of the men and women whose witness of horror firsthand. World War Z is the only record of the plague years. So this is a anthology, from what the person who video I watched. It's an anthology book following like different. They interview different people. Like the scientists, there's a pharmaceutical guy, this evil pharmaceutical guy, and then I guess regular people are interviewed. So I'm intrigued to read this. I actually have not seen the movie. All I can remember in my head is the one scene of the dead rushing the wall and like top speed rushing the wall and like building a pyramid up to go over the wall. That's kind of all I remember from what I saw of, or just like what I've seen, because I haven't watched the whole movie of World War Z. And then I got Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman, because I heard really good things about this, and it's really funny. And according to everybody that I've seen talk about this book, and there's a cat. There's a cat right there. So, the apocalypse will be televised. Welcome to the first book in the wildly popular and addictive series. You know what's worse than breaking up with your girlfriend, being stuck with her prize-winning show cat? And you know what's worse than that? An alien invasion. The destruction of all mankind, man-made structures on Earth, and the systematic exploitation of all the survivors for a sadistic intergalactic game show. That's what. Join Coast Guard vet Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, as they try to survive the end of the world, or just get to the next level in a video game like Trap-Filled Fantasy Dungeon, a dungeon that's actually the set of a reality TV show with countless viewers across the galaxy. Exploding goblins, magical potions, deadly drug-dealing llamas, This ain't your ordinary game show. Interesting. This sounds just so fun. Almost like a D&D campaign in a book. That's just what I keep thinking, is just D&D when I read the title. So I look forward to giving this a shot. Now, the next book I bought, it was 50% off. And it just sounded fascinating. And I'm hoping this gives me, I don't know, more than what was the book I read recently? Or not super recently, but last year I read a book about I think it was about Paul Tremblay. It was about the creepypasta movie that the main character was in, and like he's the only surviving person of that film. Somebody died on set, and then like pretty much everybody who worked on that film except for him passed away, and then there was weird things happen. I'm hoping this book gives me more of that vibes. And it says 10 years ago, Jory Stroud. Wow, I didn't realize that when I first read the synopsis. Was the rising star of the October film haunt, a trio of horror enthusiasts who camped out at the filming locations of their favorite scary movies, sharing their love of horror through their popular vlog. But after a night in the graveyard from Proof of Demons, perhaps the most chilling cult film ever made, directed by the enigmatic Helene Enriquez, everything unraveled. Now, Jory has built an isolated life with her young son in Vermont in the devastating wake of her viral, truth-stretching Proof of Demons blog entry, hysteria, internet backlash, and the death of a young woman. Jory has put it all, along with her intense love for the horror genre behind her, until a videotape arrives in the mail. Jory fears someone might be filming her, and the Enriquez obsessives who would do anything for the reclusive director begin to cross lines in disturbing ways. It seems Helene Enriquez is making a new kind of sequel, and Jory is her final girl. As the dangers grow even more unexpected and strange, Jory must search for answers before the proof of the movie's title finds her and takes everything she loves. Oh, the book's called The October Film Haunt by Michael Wehuntz. And I'm just hoping this gives me that. I want more books. I want more books based off of like horror books following like movies, like cursed films, or ghost hunting TV shows. I read episode 13, which ended up being just a very strange book by the end of it. And I haven't found the perfect one that I'm like, yes, I loved that. Episode 13 just got really weird in the end. And then the one I read last year, it also got really weird. By the end of it, also really got weird. I don't know I think the closest one that has got me is Angel Eyes, by, what's her name? Anne Willis. And I think it's over there. But that's the closest one that I'm like, I liked that. These get weird. They just go into weird places. And I don't know if I've necessarily loved all of the weird places they go. And then my last one. I finally found my next Stephen King. I've been looking for this book. I go into Barnes & Noble, and I swear I haven't found it since, except for today. And my next Stephen King, after reading The Long Walk, is The Dead Zone. And this is supposed to look like the old paperbacks. So, let's read what it's about. Because I don't actually know. I just know it's my next Stephen King. When Johnny Smith was 6 years old, head trauma caused by a bad ice skating, hockey, accident left him with a nasty bruise on his forehead, and from time to time, those hunches, infrequent but accurate snippets of things to come. But it isn't until Johnny's a grown man, now having survived a horrifying auto injury that plunged him into a coma lasting 4.5 years, that his special abilities really pushed to the fore. Johnny Smith has come back from the void with an extraordinary gift that becomes his life's curse, presenting visions of what was and what will be for both the innocent and guilty alike. But when he encounters a ruthlessly ambitious and amoral man who promises a terrifying fate for all humanity, Johnny must find a way to prevent a harrowing predestination from becoming a reality. Okay, so interesting. So, guy's having visions, and he's learning of people who may or may not be evil. And then he's getting somebody hearing like a really terrible dude. So sci-fi horror, I guess, which is Stephen King in a nutshell. What does this say? Hold on, what is that? This is for you, Owen. I love you, old bear. Aw. I just saw bear, and I was like, wait, what? Okay. That's the fifth and final book that I bought in my haul today. I still have more gift cards. I didn't realize I had as much money on those gift cards as I did. So, I imagine I will be going back. Because I have, I think, like $65-ish left. So that's like 2-3 more books. Maybe 4, depending on what I buy. I saw a really, really pretty cover edition of This Is How We Lose the Time War, and I thought I was overspending with these, so I'm going to have to go back and get that really pretty edition, because it was gorgeous, but I ended up wanting to buy these 5 books. I wanted World War Z, and the math wasn't mathing, and I had more money than I thought I did. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I think I should probably film a video next talking about, what I've read, because I've read a lot more in this last couple of months, because I've gone back to substitute teaching, so I've had my book with me, when I go to substitute teach, so I've been doing that, and maybe I'll talk about some of the old books that I have, that my family left, because there's a lot. I was left with so many books. I didn't need more books, but I have more books. So we might also go and talk about the old books that I own now, because my family left them at this house. So there's a lot to go through. So there might be a reorganizing vlog coming as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the good things. Go be a good cabbage today. Do something kind for someone, even if that is for yourself. Because, self-care is love. Okay. I don't remember my outro. But it's something like that. Go be a good cabbage. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.